I want to share a popular deception that many Christians believe today. And that is that we can overcome Satan with scriptures because they say this is how Jesus did it. I'm here to be honest with you. And the truth is that this is ridiculous. It really is, because it's with scriptures how different Christian doctrines contradict with each other. So how can they all overcome Satan with scriptures then? This is what they all believe, but most are deceived. What is the lie and what is the truth? Everybody judges according to their doctrine. But where is the devil and where is Jesus Christ? This is what I'm asking, because at least I want to make sure that I follow Jesus Christ and nothing and nobody else. Dear friends, Jesus indeed answered with scripture verses, but he did not use his carnal mind to come up with them, and he wasn't already deceived by the devil. Jesus did not follow a religion. He did not follow after people and their interpretation of the scriptures. It was the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of truth living in him, that gave him the discernment and reminded him of those verses in that moment. Unfortunately, most Christians are already deceived by the devil. They don't hear nor follow the guidance of the Spirit of God. Rather, they hear and follow the devil, who leads them to sin against God. Someone who was not set free and lives in sin and addictions is already deceived by the devil. How can he say he overcomes the devil with Bible verses? Remember, those who follow the guidance of the Spirit of God are children of God. Romans 8 verse 14. Believe it or not, those who follow Satan will end up with their father, the devil, in the lake of fire. I read in 1 John chapter 2 verses 26 to 29. These things I have written to you concerning those who try to deceive you. But the anointing which you have received from him abides in you, and you do not need that anyone teach you. But as the same anointing teaches you concerning all things, and is true, and is not a lie, and just as it has taught you, you will abide in him. And now, little children, abide in him, that when he appears, we may have confidence and not be ashamed before him at his coming. If you know that he is righteous, you know that everyone who practices righteousness is born of him. An example of how many Christians are deceived by Satan and by those who serve Satan, the wolves in sheep's clothing, is found in the first verses of the same chapter, where Apostle John says, we may not sin. My little children, these things I write to you so that you may not sin. However, the devil focuses on the next things that Apostle John mentions. And if anyone sins, we have an advocate with the Father, Jesus Christ the righteous. And he himself is the propitiation for our sins, and not for ours only, but also for the whole world. If you listen closely to your heart, you can see that the deception of the devil here is to make you believe that we may sin, because it's written we will be forgiven by Jesus Christ. While it is true that the Lord forgives our sins, unless, of course, we blaspheme the Holy Spirit, and unless, of course, we willfully sin. Because if we are truly guided by the Spirit of truth, he reminds us of another Bible verse or verses that say, "For if we sin willfully after we have received the knowledge of the truth, there no longer remains a sacrifice for sins, but a certain fearful expectation of judgment and fiery indignation which will devour the adversaries." Hebrews chapter 10 verses 26 to 27. We know that in the old days the Jews offered burnt offerings as atonement for sin. However, those who totally denied Moses' law died without mercy, as written in Hebrews chapter 10. Anyone who has rejected Moses' law dies without mercy on the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses. Of how much worse punishment do you suppose will he be thought worthy, who has trampled the Son of God underfoot, counted the blood of the covenant by which he was sanctified a common thing, and insulted the Spirit of grace? If anybody reads Romans chapter 10 verses 26 to 29, but decides they may willfully sin and think they will be forgiven because they come up with other Bible verses which they think give them permission to willfully sin, then I'm sorry, but you're deceived. What scriptures? And I don't say this to provoke anybody, but such people are not even Christians. They are in enmity with God. The soul that sins will die. I read in 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verses 11 to 19. Do you not know that the unrighteous will not inherit the kingdom of God? Do not be deceived. Neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor homosexuals, nor sodomites, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners will inherit the kingdom of God. And such were some of you. But you were washed, but you were sanctified, but you were justified in the name of the Lord Jesus by the Spirit of our God. I also read in Revelation chapter 21 verses 5 to 8. Then he who sat on the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said to me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said to me, It's done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give of the fountain of the water of life freely to him who thirsts. He who overcomes shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. But the cowardly, unbelieving, abominable, murderers, sexually immoral, sorcerers, idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burns with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Dear friends, we must be very careful at the deception of the devil, because we may not sin. We may not reject the righteous teachings of Jesus Christ, His commandments. Rather, we must practice righteousness. We cannot overcome on our own or what the Bible or by following those whom we think are spiritual. No human can overcome Satan in this way. We must seek in prayer and supplication to receive the guidance of the Holy Spirit to teach and guide us into all truth, so that we may reject and defeat the deception of the devil. I encourage you to believe with all your heart and seek the voice and the guidance of the Holy Spirit, and don't let nothing hinder or limit your faith. My Jesus bless you.